Hello everyone. Hi, this is CA Gandhi. Today we are going to analyze your September 25 AFM paper. First of all, let me tell you that this paper was comparatively manageable, easy to solve. Right now, in this particular video, we'll be quickly going through all the MCQs and I'll be discussing the answers for the same. So, overall, also from the response of all the students which I've got, MCQs, they found it relatively very easy to solve. Descriptive questions also, majority of them, we had covered it in the class and many students were able to appear and solve almost the entire paper. So I'm really looking forward for very good results in AFM. So first of all, without wasting any further time, in your case scenario 1, which was pertaining to your derivatives, so here I have done the solution for the same, and the first answer to the first question, which was what is the net gain or loss if the stock prices rises to 820. So in this particular case, we are getting the answer which is your profit of 3700. So option B. So we have here net gain of 3700. So just check your sequence of your case studies as well as the MCQs part. So the solution to the first part is coming as your net gain, which is 3700. Then your second part, if the stock price is 680 after 3 months, then what should be your answer? So in this particular case, the answer is coming as your option A. There is a loss of 3300. So there is a net loss of 3300. So this is your answer. Okay. And the solution for this is your option A if the stock price is rupees 680. Also for the third case, for the third question, which is what is the net gain or loss if the stock price falls to rupees 500 after 3 months. Now in this particular case, your third part, your answer for this should be your gain of 6700. So which is your option C, gain of 6700. So case study 1, which was regarding your derivatives, extremely easy to crack. And this are the three answers for the same. Also now case study 2, which deals with your Forex. So Forex was slightly tricky, and your fourth, fifth and sixth solution. So for the fourth case, first of all, what we need to do is for your fourth question. So here we just have to have this understanding that if one swap point is equal to 0.0001, it means that if they have given you the swap points of 2 months of 60, this is nothing but 0.0060. Okay, so one swap point uh, actually is 0.0001. So that is why for 60 swap points, it will be 0.0060. So based on this, your fourth question, that is average rate, annual rate, premium or discount of the US dollar. So we have to annualize that, and based on that, we are getting the answer of option D. And then for the second part, if the swap points 2 months and 15 days, what it will be? So the answer for that is coming as bid 105 and 129. So that is your option B. And if you have got your fifth question correct, then automatically your sixth one will also be correct, because here we need to simply add the swap points to the spot rate, which gives you the option C, and that is 84.2630. So this will be your answer, 84.2630 and 85.6074. Okay. Your case scenario 3, which deals with your mergers and acquisitions, and this was also a very, very easy question to solve. In this, now your seventh question, this turns out to be your option B, which is nothing but 15.38. So 15.38 times, this should be your answer. And your eighth case study, which deals with EPS of ABC and XYZ before acquisition. So this will lead to 0.8 and 2 rupees. So that is your option A. And also at the same time, your EPS of ABC after acquisition. So this should be your post-merger EPS, which turns out to be 1.04, which we have already calculated above. So that is, I think, your option C. Okay, post-merger EPS. So this is your C option. And then we had one sensitivity analysis question. Okay. And here also it was a quite easy question and very fast to solve as well. So in this particular question, you will see that your question number 10, that is if the cost of capital is adversely getting affected. So I've calculated here NPV, and then if cost of capital is 11%, so finally answer is coming as 13.14%, which is your option C. And then for your 11th question, where the project cost is adversely affected by 10%. So in this particular case, your answer is coming as option C, which is 53.09%. So this is 53.09. Okay, so that is your option C. And then your 12th question, that the annual cash flow is getting adversely affected. So in this particular case, the answer is coming as 63.09. That is your option C. Okay, once again. Also at the same time, for your case scenario 5, here this was regarding your mutual funds, and for your mutual funds, we had to calculate first what should be your NAV per unit if the dividend is getting distributed. So we are definitely going to take what will be your current market value of all the investments, and then we have to calculate the cash. And based on that, market value of investments and cash is coming as 54,75,000, and the final answer is coming as 10.951. So which is your option B. And then for your 14th, what is the net cash balance of the mutual funds at the end of the year? So here we have to just make an assumption that the dividend is not distributed. So basically, because dividend is just distributed in the 13th part, so for 14th we will understand like this, that dividend is not distributed. Based on that, the cash balance which is coming, that is 5,25,500, which is nothing but your option D. And for your 15th, the total NAV of the mutual fund at the end of the year. So again, based on the similar assumption, we are going to now have the total assets plus the cash balance without distribution of the dividend, which comes out to be 57,75,500. So that's your option C. So these are the answers for your MCQs. I hope majority of you might have got it correct. And students after the examination were extremely happy, calling me saying, sir, MCQs were very amazing. And many of them were able to crack full MCQs. So these all questions we have done it in the class. There was nothing much out of the box in the entire paper. The questions which you will see in the descriptive part also, you will find it in our textbook and also in study material and your RTPs, etc. So there is no such questions was quite difficult. But if you have done this correctly, so no doubt 30 on 30 MCQs will be for sure an exemption in AFM will be very easy to crack. So I hope you all have scored. I hope you all have done your AFM very nicely. Even if suppose there is a silly mistake which you all have done, don't worry at all. Focus now on your next paper, that is audit. My best wishes are always with you. But if you give me, this overall AFM paper review, then I will definitely say that this paper is 8 on 10. Very nicely the questions have been asked, very basic, conceptual, and all the things which were required to be asked are all there in this particular paper. So very nice paper from the student's perspective. I hope you all have understood the MCQs part, and wish you all the very best for your upcoming paper. Bye. Take care. See you.